Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 12th of December. I just want to start off by wishing my son a happy birthday. Sometimes he watches my videos, not always. 23 years old today. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you're having a great day. We've got some mods, we've got some updates. I may have a problem with one of the mods. We've got mod packs, as we seem to a lot, so it's, yeah, we've got a load. Updates, we've got the map Close to Home by Ola Haldor. That has had an update and it doesn't say if it needs a new save or not. The map Bergenlandkreis by Nop82 and Otti Patel No Modding has had an update, and that says it does require a new save game slot. The Karl Barker Winter Equipment by ITS, the Stone Picker Forage Pickup Trailer Pack by MacTrucker921 and the Placeable Wall Lights by Agra Cadabra have had updates. We're starting off with the Old Buildings Pack, and we've got 6 items in this, I think it is. This is by Barney. It's 57.49 megabytes to download. We have got a silage clamp, we've got a shed, we've got a hayloft, we've got a grain store, we've got a farmhouse, we've got pallet and bale storage, and we've got a cow barn. So there's a fair bit within this pack. If we go into our build mode and we go to sheds, the Old Buildings Pack mod shed shelter is this one here. 1,500. That was a slot count of 4, which comes down to 1. If we come out of and we go to silos, we will then find just there for 40 grand the hayloft, 750,000 litre capacity. That's got a slot count of 47 off the start, which comes down to 2. We then go from there to the bunker silo medium, which is this one here, 6 grand. Slot count on that was 3, which comes down to 1. We've then got the bale and pallet storage, which is this one here, 250 items it will hold. As you can see, we've got some bits in there already. Slot count on that was 4, which comes down to 1. And then we've got the silo with grain blower, 400,000 litre capacity. That is standard crop types as far as I can tell. I have checked with the trailer. Slot count on that was 40. Yeah, it was, yeah, 40. Which comes down to 2, as you can see just there. Then we come from there, we go to farmhouses, just there. 20 grand for the farmhouse, which is just there. Slot count will come down on the farmhouse from 33 down to 2, and then we finish off by going to our animals and our cows, and just out there on the very end, the cow barn, which is this one here. Slot count on that was 10. It will hold 20 cows, and that will cost you 30,000 to buy. So, as we've already seen, silage clamp is just there, shed is just there. None of these have lights or lighting. This one, when you're putting into the grain storage, we can cover the blower, put that way to the side. So putting in is done there, taking out is done just here. Storage just in there for a vehicle or vehicles, depending how small they are. You might get away with it. Little bit of storage space just to the side there. We go around to the back. As I said, the shed is there. Hayloft is here. Now the hayloft in and out is done here for the 750,000 litres. I've got a tiny little bit of each in there. It's nicely detailed, nicely decorated. We do have 2 separate sides, but both drive through. So 4 bay garages drive through. So it's not just a hayloft, it's a hayloft and garage storage, and we do have a bit of loft up the top, which you can come and have a look at if you want to. But what is nice about this is when you actually dump into it, a lot of these do it, but this one does, I found. When you put it in, the blower turns on. Very cool. That's the hayloft. Farmhouse, sleep trigger at the front. We can't go into the building, but again, nicely detailed, a lot going on. Sleep trigger just there. Bale and pallet storage, as you can see, I've got a couple of bales. We've got a big bag, we have got a pallet, so it will do 250, and the trigger is just to the side here. It's not actually labelled, but that's where I found it, just here. If you look at the top left, it says open storage dialog. So as with all bale and pallet storage, pick which one you want, whatever you've got in there, pick on the amount you want, press it, and it will put the stuff out. There you go, just there. Putting in is done in this hazard marked area just there. Nice and straightforward. Then move over to the cow barn. Storage space to the side here. We have a door into the cows just there. A little bit of a hayloft too, with a side door just there. Milk point is here. Dialogue box for our animals is just there. Open this door here. This is drive-through. Feed and bedding, both done here as you go through the trigger. With your slurry point being out the back just there. If you need manure or you want manure, you're going to need to place a separate manure heap close by. But all of them really nicely detailed. Nice. I mean, the wood effect on them, it looks like it has depth to it, which is really nice on all of them. So, Old Buildings Pack by Barney. Next we've got the old small garage. We have the big garage yesterday. This by Raider. 19.86 megabytes download, 23 slots on console, 21,000 to buy. Build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. Just there, slot count will come down to 1. This one's another one that's got sort of sections to it. So that double bit there has got a light switch on the wall just there. This one here with a window has the light switch just here. Then we've got this one here with a window to the side. Also the light switch. This one on the end here. Then we've got like a little farm office just here in the middle with the door. Please open. There we go. Also with the light switch on the wall. That's the old small garage by Raider. Next we have got these. This is the John Deere 148 and 158 front loaders by EY Modding, 3.69 megabytes download. 2 slots each for the actual loaders and then 1 slot for the bucket. This is just 2 different versions of the same bucket. So you can either have it as a bucket with 900 litre capacity, or you can have it with a bucket with a bale spike sort of chained onto it. So it comes like that. In essence, it is a bale spike, but it's just the bucket with a bale spike on it. Now, this does say in the description, recommended mod for John Deere attacher configuration are the John Deere 4020 and 4320. I haven't got either of those. So initially I went, you've got options here for the quick mount or a John Deere mount. So I picked a tractor that had a John Deere mount option, but it wouldn't attach to it at all. So both of these are quick mounts, I think. So I think you are going to need the 4020 or 4320 mods for them to work if you go for the John Deere attachment. But you will find these under front loaders. There you go, the 148, the 158, 3 grand, 4 grand. Slot counts of 2 come down to 1, as you can see, and the options on both of them are exactly the same. So you've got the quick attach or the John Deere attach. But like I said, I couldn't get the John Deere attach to work on a John Deere attachment trailer tractor, but it is what it is. There you go. It does say in the description. It's not like, you know, I wasn't aware. I would sort of try out. Then we go to our front loader tools. Out on the end there is the bucket. Slot count on that was 1 anyway, so that's our option standard or with the bale spit. Now these tractors are probably a little bit big for the size of loaders, but it will hook up. Just doesn't quite touch the ground. That's why I'm saying it's that should be on the ground if you want to scoop up from the ground. But it will work, but I just didn't have any other modded John Deeres installed. When I got around to setting it all up, I suddenly realised them. It was too late at that point. I was already part way through setting up. Anyway, nicely made, nicely detailed, nice animation. Does the job. There you go. That's the John Deere 148 and 158 front loaders by EY Modding. Next, we have these 2 items. The Stone Collector package by Frits, 12.33 megabytes download. We've got 2 slots for this one here and 5 slots for that one there. Pickup width on this is 2 meters. This one is 4 meters wide, but it's not a pickup. It's like a stone rake. It pushes them all to one side and puts them in a row, so you can then come along and pick them up with something else. You will find these under rock pickers. So 14 grand for that 100 horsepower required, 3,500 litre capacity. Slot count was 2 anyway, so it stayed at 2. That's interesting. That doesn't normally happen. We got option for Lizard, BKT, Michelin, back again. Under Michelin we have got that, and back again. Main colour, anything on that palette, like that. Design colour, anything on that palette, like that. And then rim colour, any one of those are your choices. Now if we go to the ERP 3500 rake, also 14 grand. Slot count was, that's interesting, that's 5, it's come down to 1. Same tyre options, Lizard, BKT, Michelin with those 2 options. Same thing with the main colour, like that. Then design colour does all the bits that are sort of a mesh. Nope, didn't switch to that. Design colour, there we go. Like that. So, what we'll do, I'll start with the rake. And then we can pick up with the other ones. So, unfold the stone rake. Puts out to one side. There's no option for, because I thought under L1, R1 there might be the option to twist it the other way, but there isn't. So you have to unfold it first, turn it on, drop it down. Oh yes there is. Oh. Because I was already running. There you go. Make sure you've got unload here on, and then we'll put the stones out to the side as you're raking. Like that. So, hook up to this one. Now this one is all manual as far as I'm aware. Raise and lower the crane arm does the front section, so I've got to drop that down. I'm having some problems with mods today. Does this only work? Oh, okay. So I'm assuming then this will only work with the other mod. I was right raking first, because as I'm going along, it's not picking up. You have to do the rake first. That was not something I would have thought. I thought they just worked independently of each other, but they don't. They have to work in concert. So what you'll need to do is use the rake first, rake up your piles, and you go along. Once you've got some in the back, we raise that up, which tips them into the bucket. 3,500 litres. I can put that back down and carry on. And when I get to where I'm going, I can tip my stones wherever I want to put them. Well, there you go. It's like I've always said, when you're doing mod reviews, you make an assumption. You set things up and think, okay, unless it's something you think, I need to test this out because it seems complicated or whatever. This one I thought, well, it seems straightforward, doesn't it? That one rakes it, puts it to one side, and that one you can use to go along as a rock pick and normally works and pick them up, so you can do either. But no, you have to rake with that first, then pick up with this. Glad I checked. That's the Stone Collector package by Frits. Next, we've got these. This is the Lizard Neo pack by Not Ready. This is 34.42 megabytes download. We've got the disc harrow, 13 slots, 6 meters wide, and then we've got the roller, which is 13 slots and 6.5 meters wide. Now, you can get this disc harrow with this option to have rollers on the back. Now, as far as I can tell from reading the description, again, we're going to check this now. I didn't want to use all of my ground up testing it before we got on here. That is sort of for the look type thing. I'm pretty sure that when you set this up like this and have the roller separate, that will actually give you a rolled texture. But again, we're going to check that now. From the description, that's what it seems like. So if we go to our disc harrows, you will see there 48,800. Slot count comes down to 1, 215 horsepower required. So you've got it like that as a disc harrow, or you can have rollers installed. Yes, on the back. So you've got V roller, or you've got you've got V roller or MT roller. Those two options. You've then got tool color Lizard, or you've got original, and then you've got rim color option. Any one of those three, like that. So as far as I'm going, that's why I've got it to test. That will cultivate. It will do your disking and it will give you a nice smooth like seedbed look, but if you want to actually roll, I think you need the other one because it comes under rollers. I think that's the point behind it. That's the disc harrow. If we then go to our roller option, which is just there, so there's the Neo Roll, 11,500 for base model, slot count comes down to 1, 245 horsepower required. So you've got the WR rubber roller, you've got the CR heavy roller, or the MT roller. I went for the rubber roller. Again, options on that, you've got original or Lizard, and then rim colour option 2. So what we'll do, we'll start off, first of all, we'll unfold it. Now, if you go for the roller attachment on the back, you lose the trailer hitch. The trailer hitch is what you need if you want to attach the actual roller behind it. L1, right stick side to side. We've got the option to tilt it, twist it, so you can bring it out to the side of the tractor as you're going, or bring it back and put it more central behind the tractor. It's up to you. We drop it down. So we go. It is bringing up stones, and it gives you a ploughed look. So if you get the option with the roller on this built in, it will give you a nice seedbed look. So as you can see, that's what you're getting, like that. So what should happen? I'm going to hook that up there, but what I'm going to do next, I'm going to grab the disc harrow with the roller option built in and show you. So there you go. As you can see, interestingly though, because that roller isn't actually rolling, so we are using the front section is disking, which is doing this. It is bringing up stones. That rear section is giving us this nice looking smoother seed bed, but the stones are still remaining. So that's with the disc harrow and the built-in roller. So what I'm going to do now, disconnect that. Watch it do exactly the same thing. It shouldn't do, but you know how these things go. Let's unfold the roller. There you go. So as you can see, the difference is this is actually a roller. So we are cultivating. We're getting that look where it's bringing the stones up, but rather than getting this look, which is like a seedbed prep, we are getting back to this again. So it's putting the stones back in the ground and rolling, he says. Is that putting those in the ground? Please put the stones back in the ground. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise you're making me out to be a liar. So there you go. If you want to actually run it as a disc harrow and roller combination, you need to get the separate roller. If you get it built in, you'll get a sort of seedbed look, but the stones will stay where they are. So that's just more for a look than actually serving a purpose. I think I've reiterated that enough times now, haven't I? Sorry about that. That's the Lizard Neo Pack by Not Ready. Next we have got these. This is the Lizard MQ12T trailer by 4D Modding and Air Agri Modding. It is 21.58 megabytes to download, 9 slots each. There are 2. There's a standard version and a Jubilee version. Slightly different options on them, slightly different look, but very nice trailers. As you can see, they do have a trailer hitch. They do hook together, so if you want to daisy chain these, you absolutely can. Land train them, however you want to refer to it. As with the 4D modding, Air Agri modding stuff, there's some nice extra little animations and tweaks and bits and bobs, but you will find these under tools and trailers, starting off there with the classic MQ12T, and then you've got the MQ12T Jubilee. The 14,250 for the base model on each. Slot counts will come down to 1 from 9. So you've got the grain trailer there, 11,500 litres. You've got silage extension to 12,800. Silage extension 2 to 15,000. 3 to 15,500. 4 to 14,500. And then back to grain. Now, in all of those, it will still take everything, because that's why I went for a silage option, and I've got grapes in that, so it won't just do forage, it will take everything in those modes. We have got BKT with that option, we've got Michelin with those, we've got Lizard with those, we've got Trelleborg with that, back to BKT, we've got Design Standard, add side lights. So put side lights, you can just see us pop on the side. There we go. That's why they're called side lights. Then you've got the registration. I'm not going to go through them all. I say this every single time that I do. You've got loads of the Irish registration plates, and it runs through registration plates from all over the world. There are tons of them to look through. Like I say, I would suggest you have a look through. There are loads. I'm not going to go through them all. There are absolutely loads. Then we've got body colour option. Anything on that palette, like that. Design colour. Any one of those. Like that. Rim colour. Any one of those. And license plate option on there too. Now, if we go for the Jubilee edition, we do have 11,500. We've got a 12.8 like that, which is, I think, like the other one looked. Then extension 2 is just that one, 14.1, and then back again. So we don't have all the other options on the Jubilee one. We have the same tyre choices. Then we've got design, add side lights, and back again. Registration plate. We've got silver or metallic white on our rims. Because it's a Jubilee edition, it's silver. We can't change anything else. That's how it comes. So, start this one up. We have got the option of tip side back or tip side grain door. We turn the lights on. If you've gone for the side lights, which I went for this one as well, got our indicators on there as well, like that. If we turn the lights off, unload here. Why can't it be performed here? Okay, let's try that down. Lovely job. And as I said, let's disconnect that. That is a silage back on this one. 15,000 litres, but it is full of grapes. What I'll do with this one, we'll just unload directly into a sell point. There we go. Love the sound effects, they're always good on theirs. And now it comes when you disconnect the trailer, you get all the brake stuff happening, and you know, like I said, great animations, great sound effects. If I disconnect now, whoa. There you go. Lovely job. That's the Lizard MQ12T trailer by 4D Modding and Air Agri Modding. Also by 4D Modding and Air Agri Modding. We've got these. These are the larger versions of the ones we had the other day. Was it 3500 or 3600? This is the 5000. This is the Lizard 5000 TRIS slurry spreader. 44.62 megabytes download, 31 slots each. We have 2. Now, again, apologies if I make a mistake, if I get something wrong. There are a lot of options on this. As far as I can make out, we've got an option which will spread, and then you've got the option with the top boom, which is just a tanker, because I've got no option for changing application rate or for actually turning this on with the boom on the top. As far as I can tell, with the boom on the top, that is for transferring and moving water, slurry or digestate, whereas the other one is a spreader, although you find them both under spreaders. So, as I was just saying, we come to our slurry tanks, out to the end. Options are pretty much the same on both. 22,750. There you go. So this one, the tanker needs an additional distributor if you go with an attachment on the back, whereas that one, it's interim storage for slurry. You can fill it from other slurry tanks. So yeah, that's the difference between the two. So on the back we've got splash plate, so this will spread out to 11.5 meters with door 1, splash plate with door 2, top fill with splash plate door 1, splash plate 2, sorry, and top fill. So it's just basically the 2 different doors and the 2 different tops. That's what you're looking at. Then you've got injector, so if you don't want the splash plate but you want to put a separate injector on, another one that comes from another mod or from the base game, you've got that with door 1 with top fill, door 2 with top fill, back to splash plate 1. You've got wheel brand of BKT, Michelin, Vredestein, Nokian, Trelleborg, back to BKT. Under BKT, and these are the same on both, I won't show you all of these. We've got this, I think it was just those two. Then we got Michelin. Yep, those. We got Vredestein. Those. Nokian, just that. Trelleborg. Those. And back to BKT. Optional extras. We've got standard. We've got toolbox. Ladder. Toolbox and ladder. We've got no air brakes, or with air brakes, so if you want air brakes you can have them on there. You've got fill hose options. I'm not going to read them all out, but we have got various different options with hangers, both sides, one side, both sides. We've then got them with hose, each side. We've then got the actual holders, so we can go through various different options, one side, other side, both sides. Then holders, with hoses, both empty, both with hoses, there's a whole load. And then back to standard again. You've got rear option standard, mud flaps. And then you go through various different filler options. So at the moment, you've got mud flaps and then you've got no filler. You've got a blanked off filler, left valve. We've got slide filler down at the front there. And it runs through different options of slide fillers in various different locations around. And then you've got those with mudguards, so it runs through all different options, or you can have all of them. Blanked off fillers, sliding ones, the whole lot, all options if you want. There's a whole load. Strobes standard, or strobes on the body, so that's on the back there. And then you've got rear lights, brake lights, work light at 19, left, right, both on the back. Then 21, it's just the, I think it's the diameter. Left, right, both. Back to standard. You've got auto fill arm, that's down the front there, like that. So if you want to add that bit of immersion in, you can have that on there as well. You've got the custom registration plates again. I'm not going to run through all of them, but you've got registration plates, a whole load. Main colour, anything on this palette here. Hanger colour, so I've gone for the boxes, but if you've gone for the hangers, you can change the hanger colour. You can change the hose colour. Rim colour, anything on that palette again. License plate. So, difference between that one and this one. So, it says 11.5 meters, but there's no splash plate on the back. So we've got no top fill door and door 1 on the back. Door 2 with no top. Then you got door 2 with top fill. Door 1, well, same 1 and 2, but there's 2 options with top fill and then back again. So there's no option for a splash plate or an injector attach or anything like that. As far as I can tell, this is just for transportation. Same options for our tyres. Optional extras, it was toolbox and ladder or both, same thing again. Air brakes, same. Fill hose options again, we can run through a whole load. I'll leave the hangers there so you can see that. Rear options on this, mud flaps, and again we run through the various different filler options. Strobes on this one, you've got the option of strobes on boom, which puts them on that back section, or strobes on body. So it puts them on the tank or on the boom, but you can't have both. It's up to you. Rear lights, again, we run through the light options. Auto fill arm, again, down the front. Reg plates, main colour, and then hanger colour, because I didn't show you the other one. There you go. So you can change the hanger colours if you want to. Fill hose colour, I haven't got them on, but you can change the fill hose colour. And rim colour. So, I'm going to miss an option. Apologies if I do, but we have got options here where it says toggle slurry tanker pump mode, empty or fill. When you want to fill this up, you need to put it onto fill. You can open the cover like that. If I switch this over, I don't think it will now let me open the cover. No, I can't open the cover now. So I've got to make sure it's on fill, because that's on empty at the moment, so it won't. If I put it on fill, now open the cover, it will open and close. Good, that worked. Very good. Work lights. As you can see, the flashes on there doing their thing. Now we've got the lazy arm. So we've got the option on this to raise and lower that for our added immersion. Actually, what I'm going to do is swing around into the light a little bit better. There we go. So we can raise and lower that, like so. Then if we switch this to overhead boom, which we don't have, so we're going to go from that to filling hose. If we do that, I love, look at all the attachment. That hooks on, clamps closed, and it opens up the valve to allow it to flow. So that's when you want to fill up, if you want to add a bit of immersion. Then that will close that valve down. put it away again. That's pretty cool. Back to vehicle and then back to lazy arm if we wish it. So, as you can see, we've got activate normal application rate or activate double application rate. Double application rate. Those are our two options. Now, I haven't gone for a splash plate on this one. I did go for the attachment for an injector. So if you have gone for a third party or a, an in-game one, our injector hooks on the back. The pipe will hook up into there. And then we can unfold that, and you can do your digestate or slurry spreading if you want. Like I said, this will take water as well. That's why the tank is quite handy. Tyre deformation on it is absolutely brilliant. When it's fully loaded and it's good to go. Start that up. Why are we not moving? That's interesting, because I just hired a worker. That's a problem. That should, if I've hired a worker, that should absolutely be running. Drop that down. Hire a worker. Nope. It's not working. Ah, okay. Not quite sure why it's doing that. That's curious. I'm having some problems with some mods today. I'm concerned. I'm just concerned there's a mod conflict somewhere or something that's causing a problem. I'm not too sure. It is a worry. And the only difference then with this one, like I say, this doesn't give me the option for applying anything, because as far as I can make out, it's just the tanker. So I've got lazy arm, but I don't have one on there. I can do the overhead boom, so we can move our overhead boom to simulate transferring over to other tankers, that kind of thing. We can still open and close the cover. As you can see, the cover's open. But under none of the options, L1, R1 or both, have I got the option for changing application rate, because this won't. I say that, you watch it work now. Let's turn this on. No, I've got no option to turn it on to spread anything, so it is just a tanker. Very nicely made, very nicely detailed, a lot going on, a lot of options. Apologies if I have missed something. It is the way of these things. So that's the Lizard 5000 TRIS slurry spreader by 4D Modding and Air Agri Modding. Next, we have these, the Grimme GT170 and the KS75-2. I need to lay down. 11.88 megabytes download. It's by Matt26. This is potato technology. We do have a topper. So the topper is 3 slots, 2 meters wide, and then we have got the harvester. Now the harvester does give you an option for topper, which I've chosen. So what we'll see is you can run the topper over the ground. If you get the option that doesn't have a topper, you need to top first. If you get the option that has a topper built in, again, this is, I'm going to be testing this because that's as far as I can figure that makes sense. But under potato technology, this is what you have to do when you're setting anything. 8,000 for the topper, 45 horsepower required, no options, you get it just like that. And then we've got the, for 46 grand, we've got the harvester, 1.5 meter pickup. So yeah, option there says topper no or yes. Now nothing actually changes on the look of it, but I'm making the assumption that once you've changed that, it will top. So what I'm going to do is start that up, turn on the topper, drop the topper down. So if you don't have a topper, that's what this will do. It will go along. As you can see, it's taking the tops off, it's leaving the rest of the crop in the ground. Just there. This is only for potatoes, it's not premium expansion, anything like that. This is just for doing potatoes. Then if you went for the option without the topper, that should then go along and pick them up, no problem at all. So what we're going to see now is I've gone for the option with topper. Now this doesn't have a tank, so this will need to unload into a trailer on the move, or unload here and it'll unload onto the floor. I think, again, that's going to be, we'll see how we go. So I'm going to go across a bit I haven't done already. This should work. If we do pipe out, it'll do that, which we can then adjust like so. I don't think we've got any other adjustment on that, have we? No. Got a bit of adjustment on that. So let's turn this on. Let's unload here. Drop it down. There we go. So because I went for the option that has a topper built in, I don't need to do the topping. There you go. And because I've got it unload here, does that stop working? This happened on one of the other ones as well. It's now not unloading. Unload here. Doesn't like it. You have to keep pressing it. That doesn't work. So that will only work if you're running alongside another vehicle. It won't let me leave that running. Yeah. You have to keep going back and pressing it again to get it to work, rather than it just continually unloading. You won't hire a worker and do it. Nope. That's frustrating. So that will need to be run alongside something else. How peculiar. Or you've got to go along, set it on cruise control and keep pressing the button. But that's going to drive you absolutely bonkers, keep doing that. Okay. I mean, it's a nice bit of kit. The animation on it's great, does the job. Of getting the potatoes out of the ground, as you can see, rear steer, but that's a bit frustrating. Today, honestly, I'm not kidding, today's been an absolute... You'll see when we get into the next set of mods. It really has not gone to plan today. And when you're doing a mod review as well, when something's not working, you will look for the reasons that might be causing it not to work. When it's one mod, fair enough. When you get a couple of mods that play up, when you get today, I think it's been 3, you then start thinking, okay, is it a setup issue? Is it something that's causing this? And it's not the mods themselves, but a clash with something else potentially. It's very strange, but you'll see. So anyway, that's the Grimme GT170 KS75-2 by Mat26. Next, we've got these, and these, I love them, brilliant. This is the Liebherr LH26 by Kenny456, 26.07 megabytes download, 20 slots on console for the main vehicle. Then we've got some extra additions under miscellaneous and forestry, you'll see. But the versatility of this is very cool. If you've got the Platinum expansion, you can have it with attachments built in. You can have it with an attachment so you can add attachments on. There is an adapter which allows you, get this allows you to run anything from wheel loader, front loader, telehandler or skid steer loader categories. So that's from a wheel loader. That will hook on using that adapter. It is also compatible with the Platinum expansion. So that's the Platinum expansion, the Woodcracker base game model that works on the Volvo, the big old Volvos. It works with those as well. So incredibly versatile. It does have a trailer hitch option on the back as well, so you can hook it up and bring your log trailers out with you if you want to do that. We've got an option for a longer boom or a shorter boom. It's very cool. Now, when we get on to the final mod in a moment, I'm not saying the final mod isn't. The final mod I used on FS19 a lot, and I love it, and I love the modders as well. Kenny456 is brilliant too, but so I'm in no way trying to make out, you know, you'll see. I'm really frustrated. I'm a bit concerned. But anyway, so the vehicle itself. Sorry, I know I'm not making sense at the moment, but if we go to here, so on the second one in, just there, the LH26, 190 grand, and it does pretty much everything it will pick up as it says. So our options, you can have built-in log grapple, built-in big log grapple, clamshell bucket with a 3,000 litre capacity, fast coupler, which I've gone for on one of them, or a harvester header. So you can use that for cutting down trees and stuff. Brilliant. Then we go back to log grapple again. So if you've gone for that option, the fast coupler, we've then got option 4, continental knock in, trelleborg, back again on your tyre options. Those are your choices, nothing within those. Your arm size, short or long, adds no price on. Doesn't cost you anything to add the long boom. So if you want a longer boom, you can, which is brilliant. So you've got the fast coupler auto tilt, no or yes. Now, if you want it on yes, you need to then put the supports out for that to operate, I think, from reading the description. You've got beacons, no or yes. Now, I want this coupler still. Beacons, no or yes. There we go. Trail hitch is standard or no, so you can take it off if you don't want it. We've then got main colour. Anything on that palette there does all that. Main colour 2 does the bottom section and the cylinders, etc., like that. Cab colour, and then rim colour. You can have a chromed or you can pick something else. It's entirely up to you. Those are your choices on that. Now, if we then come out and we go to our tools, if we go to miscellaneous, actually no, should I go to forestry first? It doesn't matter. Let's go to forestry. So you've got the log grapple or the big log grapple. Now those two, like I said, you can have those fixed. You can have it with those fixed. If not, you can buy them separately and you can just attach and detach as you want. 3 slots each. Options on that to change the main colour on both of those. So that's under your forestry. But as I said, you can then use an adapter and it will hook up to other stuff. We go to miscellaneous. That's where we'll find the adapter. So in here, we've got a universal bucket, 2,500 litre. So it's got the clamshell, you can have a standard, or you can have a separate bucket here. 2,500 litres, takes pretty much everything, or the tools adapter. And as it says up there, it can attach front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, or skid steer loader tools. Again, options on these, we've got colour choice. Just for versatility, I think it's brilliant. Now, what is also very cool, one is the speed of it. I think at 18 miles an hour, it's only got front steer, not all steer, but it's no slouch. It doesn't hang about, it's pretty cool. Our boom, up and down, side to side, all very good. Under L1, under R1, up and down, and then we can adjust our head like that. And then L1, R1, we've got the option for rotating bits of kit once we've got them on there. So, as standard with this one, I can hook up to the Platinum DLC Volvo kit. So as you can see, we've got our option for adjusting it, tilting it, L1, R1, open and close, all good. It will do whatever you need to with that bit of kit. Brilliant. If I then grab the adapter, oh, wrong one, grab the adapter, there we go, like that, and spin around there. Have I for once got this right? Then we give that a bit of a rotator there. Boom, unfold that. Now I could probably do with putting out the support, so what I will do is go back to the main vehicle, unfold stabilisers just to make sure we are a bit more stable. So we've got all that, side to side, all very good, that. L1, R1, we've then got that movement and tilt as well. Look at that. For any of those bits of equipment, which I think is brilliant. But that's not all. L1, an open cover. Look at that. Got our beacons, lights, horn. Now camera, we've got that, which is fine. Got a nice good view over what we're doing. So if you're doing forestry and stuff, but this, I particularly like this camera angle because as we bring it up, it comes up nice and close to you, so you can see exactly what you're doing with this. I really do like that. I think it's very good. So that's in that configuration. What we'll do is detach that, swing that round. I will put that back down again, close cover, lights off, beacons off, fold stabilisers, and you're good to drive away. So that's with that attachment, the quick attach. Or if you've gone for one of the built-in ones like this, like I said, we've got a trailer attacher. So I've got my trailer attached, or I can attach my trailer, there you go. Bring it out with me, good to go, happy as Larry, and all that. Then we've got our up, down, in, out, shake it all about, L1, R1, rotate there, open and close. So depending on what piece of equipment you've got, on there automatically. This is with the shorter boom, but even with the shorter boom, it's still, you know, it's a big bit of kit. It's not going to be too much of a problem. Unfold stabiliser, we've got the same option. Open cover, putting the cab all the way up. I just love it. I think it's very, very cool indeed. Everyone should have one. Now, because this does come with, hang on, actually, let me just double check. Oh, it does, yeah, it comes with a harvest head. So yeah, so if you want to do tree harvesting and have all your stuff all in one bit of kit, you're good to go. And like I say, have I mentioned I like it? That's the Liebherr LH26 by Kenny456. Which brings me on to the last of the mods, and it's a pack. It's the Excavator Liebherr 902 pack. This is representative of, this is by BlackSheep modding. 29.09 megabytes download, 8 slots each. We've got a tracked or a wheeled excavator, the 902. Now I use this a lot on FS19. The reason being because you've got an option for a harvest header on this as well, so you can cut down trees with it. This was one of the cheapest options for starting out for cutting trees down, because the actual excavator itself is like 90 grand. So for 90 grand with a harvester header on it for doing trees, you can get cracking straight away on cutting trees down. It just worked brilliantly. However, I have a problem. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's me, if it's the map, if it's a mod conflict, if it's the mod. I don't know, and I'm upset because I really like this mod and I wanted to show it off in all its glory, and I can't. Well, I say I can't. We'll see in a moment. We go back to our miscellaneous and scroll out. So there we got our Liebherr R902, which is our tracked version, 99,500, or the Liebherr 902 at 90 grand. So yeah. Can't fault it. Options on this, we've got BKL pattern and we've got SAE pattern, and that's to how your joysticks, your control options work. So you might, you know, if you're an operator of these sorts of things, you might get very used to one particular set of controls, so you can choose between the two. We've got design standard or forestry. We've got beacons type 1 right the way through to 5, I think it is. Yep, through 5. We've got main colour, anything on that palette like that. Rim colour does the rims like that, or if you want, whatever you want to go for. Then we've got license plate option. If we go then to the wheeled version, we've got BKL and SAE again. We've got Trelleborg, Nokian. Oh, just those two. I thought it was more. And the Trelleborg, we have got those options. Then we've got design again, standard or forestry. You've got with front support, yes or no. There is a leveler blade, so if you get it like that, there is a leveler blade you can put on, or you can have it with the front support, it's up to you. Then a beacon options, and then we've got main colour option, but there's no track option or anything like that, so it's just that. And then rim colour like that. We've then also got a license plate option. So that then brings me on to the accoutrement, the additional bits of equipment, and there are quite a few. So we have got the earth moving bucket, 2,000 litre. We've got the cleaning bucket, 4,000 litre. We've got the grader blade, 3 metre. All of these have got colour options that match the vehicle. We've got the beat grapple, which will do anything, not just beats, 3,500 litre. We've got that with standard, or you've got the... so if you're doing grains and stuff and you want it a bit more realistically, if you're doing wheat or something like that, obviously it would fall out through the gaps. So if you're doing things like potatoes or beet or anything like that, it'll work no problem at all. We've then got our brush and log fork. We've got that one, which is a solid grapple, which will rotate, and then you've got a ball grapple like that. Again, options for colour choices. We've then got the HR46 forestry header. Very large trees can't be processed. That's the only downside. It goes up to a 64cm diameter log, but like I say, if you're getting started, it's a nice cheap alternative. We've then got a forestry grinder, so for getting rid of those stumps. And then we've got our pallet fork option just there. So here's the thing. If I jump in, start this up, I can drive forwards, I can drive backwards. I've got my horn, we've got our lights, we've got our beacon, and it says control group. I've got this one under BKL and I've got the other one under SAE. So I've got BKL pattern. I've then got side door, so L1 and raise that. I can open and close my side door, no problem at all. Press it again and I'm back to BKL. So side door, BKL, those two options. But I've got nothing for controls. I can't raise and lower the boom. I can't. I'm on L1, R1, L1, R1. I've got nothing. I can't rotate the crane. I can't lift the boom. I can't push the boom out. I can't do anything. I've got no options under controls to do any of it. I can drive forwards and backwards. I can open and close the door. That's it. What I'm going to do is jump to the other one. I'll show you that. So here's the wheeled version. So same thing with this. Now this is on SAE. So if I switch, I've got a slide door. I can do the door. That's no problem at all. Look, I can open and close the door. This one, if I press it, I can go to support leg. So I can raise and lower the support legs. I've got the option for that. Now I thought maybe I need the support legs raised. Maybe I need to be in cab. I've got these options for my view, which again, fantastic view options like that. Switch back to SAE pattern. Nothing. I can't on this one either. I can't rotate. I can't move the boom. I can't do anything. I've tried all sorts of options. I thought, do I need to have something attached to it before it will work? It just doesn't make any sense, because the previous one, the Kenny 456, all the options were there, no problem at all. I can't imagine. I've been through all of the settings. There's no option to turn it on, to switch something. Support leg works, slide door works, but the main controls, I got nada. I've tried D-pad, I've tried everything. I don't know what to do. All the stuff's here. Look, this is what the stuff looks like. There you go. That's the cleaning bucket. That's the grader. The beat bucket. Got the grabs. Log grapples. Harvest header. Stump grinder and pallet forks. It's all here. It's all good to go. So the other thing I thought I would do was potentially, if I get rid of the Kenny 456 ones, I can't imagine it's that, but let's have a look. So I've just returned them, so I'm back in here. No, still nothing. I don't, yeah, I can't for the life of me think what it could be. I don't know if anyone else is having any luck. I keep refreshing the website, because I thought surely by now, it's taken me a while to set this mod review up, if people have jumped straight on to have a go and they're having the same problem, they might have done a quick update. But so I can drive, I can steer and all that, but I just can't. Yeah, sorry about that. I honestly don't know what's causing it. I know it sounds awful. I'm hoping it is a problem with the mod that requires an update, and not something I've done wrong. Because if it's something I've done wrong the way I've set it up, or it's a mod that's causing the problem, then I'm doing them a disservice because I can't show you it all working. If that is the case, BlackSheep modding, I apologise massively. What I will do when I finish this mod review, I'm going to come out. I'm going to come back onto the map with just those. None of the other mods from today on here. Unless it's another mod that I've got installed. Like I say, I feel terrible doing it. It doesn't happen very often, but there we go. That's the Excavator Liebherr 902 pack by BlackSheep Modding, and that's it for the mods for today, Tuesday 12th of December. There is a new map out, Italian Rice 22, which is I think a remake of a previous version on FS19 by TDA team. I will get onto that. What time is it now? Probably tomorrow morning now. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.